Hello YouTube, and this is Josh from the Pantek Brothers, and we are back with another Let's Play of Motorsport Manager, and I am continuing on with my career today. I have gone ahead and doing some interviews here after post-race. Didn't do so well. They're always harping on my drivers, but it's usually not really their fault. I usually screw up in the timing of pitting or neglect doing repairs on the parts because of the reliability, but that's the way it goes when you are a low-funded, low-placing team. We're going to continue on. I've got some parts that are in development. I got some new sponsorship availabilities. I'm taking the ones that are offering me the most money right off the bat, the upfront payments, because I definitely need as much money as I can possibly get. My team has come in, I think it was second to last as far as the team ranking goes. So we got another sponsorship deal that ran out and is expired, and we have another one that's available here. Let's see what this one is. Definitely going to take that. Could use the cool $1 million there. And we'll move on. Now take a look at our parts development. We are working on improving some shocks and the reliability of our gearboxes here. And hopefully can get those done before the race. We can adjust the slider here and see if we can get those done. Again, being one of the lower teams, you don't get nearly as much money, obviously, to be able to develop parts. So I gotta be a little more picky about what I choose to do every session. I really want to try to get some new brakes. The performance, don't care so much about. It's the reliability. I get tired race after race of having to come into the pits to repair parts, when if I could get parts with better reliability, then I could just worry about doing pit stop strategies. But just not the case when you're the lower performing team. I'd be curious to start a new career and picking one of the top teams. So my brakes are done. I can put those on. We got better reliability now than we had been, but brakes are still one of those things that needs to be improved. Obviously, even these new ones aren't that great, but in our engine as well could use some work in the reliability department. I'm still trying to figure out how this angry, content, happy thing works when clearly he has the better car, if not better reliability as well compared to the other driver, but doesn't seem to matter a whole lot. The parts between reliability and performance, one can have better performance, one can have better reliability, and they always want the better performance, not the reliability, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But anyway, so we need to do some more shocks as well. Let's see if we can't turn out a little bit better shock. I think this is about as good as we're going to be able to get for what we have available. And we'll go ahead and build that. Not too bad. And then we'll get going. Continue on here. And see what else we need to do. Let's continue again. We got the World Championship race. Just gives you kind of the stats of the race for that series. Continue on. There we go. So our scouting is finished. Let's take a look at this guy. 2 stars. Nah, nothing really special. let's see. 3 stars and a little bit of a fourth. Not sure if it's really worth it. Another 2 stars. Again, nothing really to write home about. Just continue. And 1 star. So, nothing really too exciting. I think we got one thing. I think that's it. Just got that one driver left to scout, and I've scouted all of the unemployed ones, so I have a good idea of what they're like. There they all are. Some of them have been snatched up by some of the higher end teams. Here, the ones at the top. Alright, so continue on. So our suspension is done, so we can fit that to the car. Let's see here. We'll give it to him. And, even though he's still angry about that. But anyway. Do you want to develop another part? Save some money, or it's always such a mixture of deciding whether you want to spend money or save it for future development. The biggest thing that seems really disproportional is the upgrades for the HQ. It's just $8 million to do an upgrade, whereas you can spend not too much more than that on a new car. So for the next season, HQ's been in development for a number of weeks. I think it's 20 weeks for the upgrade from 1 to 2. Some parts are done again. We've done scouting. Let's take a look at this one. So 2, and just a little potential for the other. And dilemma. Let's see here. Let's go with yeah, let's go with that. And parts are done, so okay. What do we want to do? I know we need to upgrade reliability, but to what? There's a balancing act between upgrading reliability on lower end parts, especially original parts, and upgrading average or good parts when you're going to want to build good or great ones coming down the pipeline. So you got to really balance between improving those and know that you could possibly just give them waste the time if you go and build a new part that's better already out of the gate. But that's something you have to consider, and it's just all a balancing act. Try to find out what gives you the best performance and best reliability against time, because the time is always against you, in that you have a certain amount between each race, and so you want to optimize what you can get done between those periods between the races. Obviously, you want to get as much stuff improved and upgraded or build new parts as you can, and get them done before the next race so you can fit them to the cars in time for the race, so you can improve your odds of doing better in the next one. And then on top of that, you have to balance between how many workers are working between the two departments, essentially. So you split the time. It won't get done as quickly on one versus the other. And obviously, if you have better mechanics, you can get that done quicker. So let's see, we got improved There it is. So definitely an improvement on the reliability side of things. And this is where you can split the difference between performance and reliability, and it doesn't seem to make... Ooh, excuse me. It's still early here while I'm recording this. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference between their angry and content. But the second driver should expect to not get the highest performing parts. So let's look at another set of shocks. There's suspension, and we can do 2 here. We can do a good and great. It's a continual trade-off between being able to do better in the cornering and the reliability. And my focus has always been reliability. If I can do well in the pit strategy and not have to pit as many times to have to fix parts, then I should be able to do better overall in the race. Continue on here. Let's finish out, I think, the design of some parts. And let's see. How are we doing here? HQ's got some time, so next race here. Pick sponsorship. One I have the best chance of getting, which is 10th place or above. I really don't see how to improve this. He's angry all the time. I don't know if so much it's because he thinks the car is rubbish, or because for some reason he thinks that the other drivers got better parts than him. And no matter what I do, if you flip-flop them, one will be angry and the other one will be content. So I don't really see how to fix that. And I'm not going to handicap my second driver by putting them in the way, way lower parts just to make the one driver happy. You're just going to have to deal with it. Suck it up. You know, overall, it's about the team. I want the team to do well, not just the driver. If the team does well, then the driver does well, and vice versa. So to handicap my second driver is to really handicap the team as a whole, and I don't want to do that. And I don't know. Yeah, flip-flop it. I'm trying to understand the relationship between these parts and performance and reliability, but let's get going here. Let's get on to practice. Alright, so we are in, is that Portugal? Spain? Okay. So we got definitely some long straightaways here. And right, so let's get to our setup. So it's sunny. So we should, right. Let's see. Work on this. Got the soft tires. Let's give it some more downforce, both front and back. And then let's yeah, there we go. Set it at that. We'll stiffen up the suspension a little bit, and then we will let the gear ratio a little closer to more acceleration for some of those tight corners. And then we'll go ahead and match I'll go ahead and match this closer to the other one, and then change the camera, and suspension, gear ratios, and yeah, we'll leave you on the super soft tires, and 2 main drivers, and let's see, we'll definitely take the practice. I haven't actually done just automatic and see what it gives us. I figured doing it this way gives you much more granular control and understanding of what they're going to be doing, what they need, so you can change it to get a better opportunity to get better results and feedback from the drivers. And it's just fun to watch. So I'm going to be splitting this video. I think it's going to be closer to the 25-minute mark as far as total length. The total recording for the video gameplay that I did was almost an hour, 55 minutes. And so I'm going to be posting it in 2 parts, just for the sake of doing the narration over a couple different days. It's been really busy for me. With school starting, I'm in my final class at university, and so I will, if I pass, I will be graduating with my bachelor's in digital media in the end of April, beginning of May. And so I got to really ensure that I focus a lot of time this semester, ensure that I do as best as I can, and so that'll definitely take up a little more time. So I won't have, already this week I haven't posted any videos, which is unusual for me. I usually get at least 1 or 2 done. It is Friday, the day while I'm recording this, and I normally do my Tick News weekly update, and I don't know if I'll get a chance to do that today either. It just depends on how things go at work and how busy I am during my lunch break, so whether I have time to do recording or not. I try to make sure that I don't inconvenience or annoy anybody else by rambling on and recording while they're in the office. So my office is kind of shared by 3 other of my co-workers in my IT department, and I can only really do recordings while at lunch or before or after work when it's quiet. We have lots of phone ringing, and you may have actually been able to hear them sometimes in the background of a couple of the other recordings, but try to do it when it's nice and quiet. But anyway, let's see. So we're going to bring him in. So we got an excellent, and a great. And for another driver, excellent, great, and good. So let's see, can we improve this setup a little bit for them? Got downforce and handling, so gear ratios are about the only thing I can improve. So let's see, we changed just a tad. Let's get back out there and see how that goes. With him, the same setup didn't seem to work as well, and so it's kind of not a one size fits all. You kind of have to tailor to get a little bit to the drivers, so you can match setups. But the cars or the drivers just aren't exactly the same, so the setups don't work exactly the same for each. So you definitely want to improve this. You got to try to get it at least into the great. And we'll leave everything the same. Minor tweaks to one, you kind of affect the other as well, so we'll have to see how that goes. Overall, though, definitely doing alright. Though my guys never seem to do well in the practice, they seem to do alright during the races. And I know I have definitely messed up some of their opportunities in a couple of prior races by just choosing the wrong times to pit. I know I see it as an opportunity to stay out another lap, and by doing that, I have gotten passed by many positions and don't have the time to make up those positions even when they take another pit stop. So I really need to work on the actual pit stop timing and pick and choose what I want to get done during the pit stops to hopefully improve their chances of beating the people out of the pits to gain places, so we're at least all on the same lap. So there we have it. That is practice, and I think we're going to call that a video for now and come back with part 2 next time. So I hope you guys still enjoy watching. I know it was a lot of menu work this time, a little bit less of the actual race, but the next time you will see us in the race and see how we do, see if we can improve our positioning. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.